certain constitutional authorities are not permitted to hold assignment after their office. Preamble of our constitution was changed during a time when hundreds and thousands of people were behind the bars. The darkest period of our democracy, the emergency era. Ides of March is associated with misfortune and doom. Our judiciary had Ides of March officially put up by the Supreme Court. That are the residence, official residence of a judge of the Supreme Court, so judge of the High Court. Cash in large amount was found. Certain constitutional authorities are not permitted to hold assignment after their office. Like a public service commission member cannot take any assignment under the government. CAG can't take that assignment. Chief Election Commissioner and election commissioners can't take that assignment because they must be free, not to be subjected to allurements and temptations. This was not for judges. Why? Because judges were expected to be totally away from it. And now we have post-retirement posts for judges. Am I right? And not all can be accommodated, only some can be accommodated. So when you can't accommodate all, you accommodate some. There is pick and choose. When there is pick and choose, there is patronage. It is seriously impairing our judiciary. We had turbulent times in judiciary recently. But good thing is, soothing, a big change has taken place. We are seeing good times now for judiciary. The present Chief Justice and his predecessor, immediate predecessor, gave us a new area of accountability, transparency. They are getting things back on the rails. But earlier 2 years were very disturbing, were very challenging. The normal system was not normal. Thoughtlessly several steps were taken. It will take a while to undo them. Because it is very fundamental that institutions function with optimal performance. If Rajya Sabha engages in disruption and disturbance and does not function, well, that's a cause of worry. It will be alarmingly worrisome. There has been a lot of issue about preamble to the Constitution. Well, first let me tell you, preamble of Indian Constitution is something like parenthood to children. Howsoever you may try, you can't change your parenthood. Am I right? That's not possible. That is preamble. Secondly, historically, no country's preamble has ever been changed. Thirdly, preamble of our constitution was changed during a time when hundreds and thousands of people were behind the bars. The darkest period of our democracy, the emergency era. Then it was changed where the life of the Lok Sabha was also increased beyond 5 years. It was changed at a time when people had no access to the justice system. Fundamental rights were totally suspended. You need to examine it. We may do anything. We surely can't change our parents. My young friends, if you have heard of Ides of March, those of you who have read Julius Caesar, where the soothsayer cautions Caesar, beware of Ides of March. And when the Caesar was going from the palace to the courtroom, he spotted the soothsayer and he said, Ides of March has come. And Caesar said, the soothsayer said, yes, but not gone. And before the day was over, Caesar was assassinated. Ides of March is associated with misfortune and doom. Our judiciary had Ides of March on the night intervening 14th and 15th March. A terrible time. There was cash hole at the residence of a judge in large quantum. I say so because it is now in public domain, officially put up by the Supreme Court, that are the residence, official residence of a judge of the Supreme Court, so judge of the High Court, cash in large amount was found. Now the point is, if that cash was found, system should have moved immediately. And the first process would have been to deal with it as a criminal act. Find out those who are culpable. Bring them to justice. But so far there has been no FIR. The government at the central level is handicapped because an FIR cannot be registered in view of a judgment of the Supreme Court rendered in early 90s. You must read that judgment. I am all for independence of judiciary. I am a strong votary of protecting judges. Judges deal with very difficult situations. They decide cases against the executive. They deal in certain areas with legislature matters. We must protect our judges from frivolous litigation. So I am not against the mechanism evolved. But when something like this happens, some things are worrisome. The incident took place, boys and girls, on night intervening 14th and 15th March. We did not come to know about it. It was only on 21st March this year, after about 7 days, we came to know about this ghastly crime. Now question arises, did anyone know about it earlier? Yes, it was a fire incident. The fighting mechanism was there. Those involved with the system knew about it. Why it was not shared? I am a concerned man. Whether this is an incident in isolation or there are other similar incidents, that is something which we have to deal with. I therefore strongly feel, and I have said it on multiple occasions, proceeding with the constitutional mechanism of dealing with a judge in terms of constitutional provision is one way out. But that is not a solution, because we claim to be a democracy, which we are. The world looks us as a mature democracy, where there has to be rule of law, equality before law, which means every crime must be investigated. If the money is so huge in volume, we have to find out, is it tainted money? What is the source of this money? How was it stacked in the residence, official residence of a judge? It belonged to whom? several penal provisions are violated in the process. I do hope an FIR will be registered. We must go to the root of the matter, because for the democracy it matters that our judiciary, in whom the faith is unshakable, its very foundations have been shaken. The citadel is tottering because of this incident.